A brand of violin that's come on the market in Australia, I gather fairly recently, but you've introduced me to, is the Spur violins. Paul Davies is making these. He's an Australian maker, but interestingly has had big success in America and has got international patents on his pickup system.
Definitely.
So, can you tell us a little bit about Paul or Spur violins and your relationship there?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Paul bowled up to my house one night and said, "Are you Rupert? I've got to try these violins." And I was so glad he did, because, as you know, I'd been trying different sorts of pickup systems, as I said, and what Paul's done, you know, he's a completely traditional craftsman in every sense of the word. You know, he's a real Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He makes beautiful classical instruments and continues to this day.
Okay.
I've done recordings for the ABC on those, so he's really a top class luthier. And what I found with these instruments is that, or what he's done with them, he's solved a lot of the traditional problems that we're faced with going electric. And the first thing is that he's got a pickup system that's, it's actually the sound post, which is quite unique. So it gives a much truer kind of resonance to the sound. And the other thing he's done is the way that he's designed the bodies, that they've been adjusted from the traditional violin designs in sometimes very small ways, so that they're actually suitable for amplification.
Right, yep. And unlike, I know, some of the acoustic pickups that just don't have enough output to work the effects pedals that electric guitar players can enjoy, these of course have got enough drive and enough output that they'll trigger all the effects units and work effectively in that market.
They really meet the kind of interfaces that they're going to be used for, like the PA systems and the amplifiers, and as you said, the effects pedals, the wah-wah pedals, the reverbs, delays, distortions. And these Spur violins really have all the output that interfaces really easily with all of that, without losing any of the sensitivity. Because one thing I'd like to say about them is that from a player's perspective, you know, classical players, folk players can all pick them up, and the thing that you'll notice is that the way the instrument responds to the touch, a gentle touch or a bit of an accent or really cutting into it, they come alive just like a classical instrument does, and that's something that's very unique, and I think that's going to appeal to a lot of people who might have tried electric violins and maybe stepped back a bit. It really is a concert violin identical experience, even with this guy plugged in through a distorting stack of amps. You touch it and the whole thing responds.
It's not just a stick of wood with a bridge, with a bridge on it, is it?
No.